one point which Ajay had brought up, that about the Sharifs. He said people haven't voted the Sharifs into power to take jappiyan pappiyan. Ab is bar there is Shahbaz Sharif. It's not Nawaz Sharif. It's Shahbaz Sharif who's there. And he was, if you remember, he was the chief minister of Punjab province when he was giving bags full of money, sending it to Murid ke.
Yeah.
Ab उसका ओरिएंटेशन और नवाज शरीफ का ओरिएंटेशन बिल्कुल ही अलग है. अब यू हैव बिलावल, पहले यू यूज्ड टू हैव बेनजीर, अब ये बिलावल है, he is baying for blood. Is there a difference?
How was Benazir any different? Please
Still
tell me.
not.
Yeah.
I'm
So
just saying.
we remember the footage from the 1989-90, right? She was as as crazy as her son is, right? Her father was no better.
Yeah.
So it runs in the family. Okay. Again, with the Sharifs, for example, this guy Shahbaz Sharif is also infamous for going on a podium and saying, "Why are the Taliban attacking us? We believe in everything the Taliban believe in." Okay, he was a chief minister even then.
But आज he is a little confused कि Taliban believes in what?
He doesn't know whether he's chief minister, prime minister, peon in chief, chapadasi in chief, what he is. He doesn't know what he is, right? There is no decision. He is basically fronts for a decision. He doesn't take any decision. So he is a completely irrelevant person as far as I am concerned. The only people who you have to look at is what is the Pakistan army doing. The civilian politician is worse than toilet paper as far as I am concerned, because they are worth nothing to nobody. Let me add another thing. Because Bilawal thinks that the more he behaves like in this, with these hysterics which his mother and his grandfather used to do, the more he indulges in that, the more popularity he will gain, and he will be then a possible replacement as and when a regime change has to take place. That he is proving to be an acceptable candidate for the Pakistan army because he is articulate, he is young, he is articulate, he can vibe with the rest of the world. So he is making that pitch. He doesn't have a hope in hell because they have no presence in Punjab. Right? This party is wiped out in Punjab. This party would have probably been wiped out in Sindh had they gone ahead with the water projects, which they were going. And they've now suddenly backed off because they realized
that Cholistan canals also.
Sindh will go up in flames, right? But this is the game plan of this character. The point is, my own sense is that, with some honorable exceptions, but by and large in Sindh, for example, we might have a few people who will be well disposed towards India. In Balochistan, certainly, apart from those quislings like Sarfaraz Bukti and others, bulk of the people would, you can live with them because they are generally a very secular kind of people. Even in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, even the more orthodox and conservative element in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa are people who you can live in peace with. Our biggest problem is the Punjabi Muslim, and then his camp followers from Sindh and others. Like, I'll give you an example. I don't know if you've ever met this lowlife. I now call him a lowlife because he actually lived in my house when he lost his passport in India.
Najam?
No, this third-rate fellow, Murtaza Solanki. This SOB...
पाकिस्तान टीवी और पाकिस्तान रेडियो और समथिंग,
पाकिस्तान ब्रॉडकास्टिंग कॉर्पोरेशन में इनका चेला है ना, भुट्टोस का, इनका चमचा था. तो ये जब इंडिया आया था तो ही हैड लॉस्ट हिज पासपोर्ट, चोरी हो गया था, कुछ हुआ था. सो ही वाज एट अ लूज एंड. He stayed in my house for 2 days, and I loathe myself why I even entertained this guy, although I had been warned back then, be careful of this guy, he's a complete snake. He is one of those characters from Sindh about whom it said that if you meet a Sindhi and you meet a snake, kill the Sindhi before you kill the snake. I now realize how wrong I was. This SOB, he has the temerity to say this is a false flag attack. You bastards, you kill me, you kill my people, you butcher them in cold blood, and then you tell me I have done it to myself. They are so shameless. And these Punjabi Muslims, they are the worst because they are neo-converts, most of them, second, third generation converts, right? They retain all their caste, every characteristic they retain, and they have a chip on their shoulder to try and prove that they are the most, pristine Muslims, if you will, unlike the others who are far more relaxed about their Islam. These buggers want to make everybody a good Muslim. So, frankly speaking...
But what happened that Mohajir thing didn't come up?
The Mohajir thing, you know,
पहले होता था ना?
first they wanted to have a country of their own. So where they had a country, they migrated from here to there. Then they realized out there that the Punjabi doesn't have any use for these people. They are racially inferior to the Punjabi according to the Punjabi Muslim. So the Punjabi Muslim treats him like excrement. Then these guys took to terrorism. Then they got their butts beaten up. Now all of them are, you know, being what normally people
so
like
they
these.
have been incorporated by the Punjabi Muslims?
For the time being, because they have no agency of their own. They have no political agency of their own. They are irrelevant now. They've lost the election. They were made to win, just like Shahbaz Sharif and Nawaz Sharif were made to win the election in Karachi. These fellows were made to win the election. They had no hope in hell of winning an election in Karachi, which was their bastion. But you know, in Pakistan,
and
it's the
still
guys
not
who
safe for Altaf to come back.
Altaf is finished. He's finished. He's gone. I think he's deranged. If you look at him,
he comes at times on Indian media channels.
Yeah,
That's another thing
can you
about
even make out what he says?
Sushant's bugbear about
Only for
Pakistanis who come on.
It's
I'm going
not
to come
even
to that.
entertainment. Unless you are really a sucker for punishment, how is Altaf Hussain even entertainment? He's an embarrassment. It's cringe even listening to him.
Do subscribe to the ANI Clips channel to get shorter versions of this podcast. Click here to watch the full episode.